If I was to start again in real estate tomorrow as a sales agent in a brand new area, what would I do to get off the ground and become extremely successful in real estate sales? I believe after my experience, I could do this in a quarter of the time that it took me to originally do as a young agent. The first thing I would do is I would pick the right office. The right office would be in an area that I want to work, potentially close to home, because I think that makes life easier. And I would look for an office with a really great leader, strong leader, a hard worker who is in a growth mindset, who invests in the team, invests in marketing, and is really looking to push their business forward. I would also want to be part of a business with some high performers, because I don't want to go into an agency full of people that don't really work hard. It's not going to inspire me and it's not going to push me to be the best version of myself. I want to be surrounded by winners, and I don't want to be the best agent in the office immediately. I want to have someone to aspire to and someone to try and beat, to get that competitive side out of me. So that's what I'm going to look for. Then I'm going to knuckle down on a patch, an area that I'm going to become the area specialist in. I know the fastest way to becoming successful in real estate is building a lot of relationships within one area and becoming that area expert, because people feel more comfortable listing their property with an agent that has sold a lot of property surrounding their own home. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to pick an area that is no more than 2,000 homes, because any more than that, and I think you're spreading yourself too thin with the time it takes to get to know and service and nurture all the relationships within 2,000 homes. That's enough for one person. Any more than that, I'm not going to market to those homes. I'll take the odd listing every now and again outside of my 2,000 home patch, but I'm going to focus all my attention, my relationship building, my marketing on these 2,000 homes. Now I'm going to get to work. So what am I going to do with the 8 to 10 hours of my day as an agent with no listings? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend about 2 hours a day door knocking, meeting homeowners while they're at home, giving them some information about some relevant recent sales in the area, and asking them if they'd like an update on the value of their home. I'd also do this same task over the phone with phone numbers that I can gather from the Office CRM and other platforms like ID for Me, where you can get data of homeowners. And I would literally spend 4 out of my 8 to 10 hours a day calling and door knocking and just introducing myself and trying to spark up conversations. This is a difficult task, and you face a lot of rejection, but this is what you need to do to build relationships when you have none and no one knows who you are. And if you do enough of it, you're going to eventually find opportunities. It's going to be my goal to get to know every 2,000 homeowners in my patch. I'm never going to achieve it because it's impossible. Some people just don't want to talk to you. Some people you can't get their details. But I'm going to try, and I'm going to get as close as I can. And if I can get to 1,000 homeowners that know me, like me, and they trust me because I've been in touch with them for a long time, and I've shown them that I'm keen, I'm eager, I'm hungry, I'm experienced, and I'm a good person, then the likelihood is that when they come to sell, I'm going to get a chance to talk to them. I'm hoping they'll reach out to me, but they're not going to reach out to me unless I do this groundwork first. So I'm going to work extremely hard to get to know as many of these people as possible in the quickest possible time frame. And I'm going to aim for 50 new appraisals and contacts in my area every month. That means after 12 months, I'd have 600 owners within my patch that know who I am, they know where I work, they know where to find me, and I've done something for them. And once you've done something for them, like an appraisal or giving them some advice on something, and they know about you, there's every chance that they might call you when they actually do want to transact with their property, okay? There's also a nurturing process. So once I would develop this relationship, I'm going to start a nurturing process for all these people, meaning every quarter, they're going to get in their mailbox a quarterly market report about the area with all the sales that have happened and, you know, price increases or decreases and just general information about their area. I'm going to email them every month, an email about their suburb, what's going on, any events, any big news about the market and things like that. They're going to get a flyer in the mail, a loose one that's going to be dropped in there with sales results every 2 weeks. And they're going to get a call from me at least once every 6 months. Now, if I identify them as someone who may transact sooner than in the next 6 months, then they would get a more regular call from me, maybe every month, maybe even every 2 weeks if they've made murmurs that they might be selling really soon. Okay, but if they've made mention that they're not selling and they're perfectly happy where they are and they don't really need to be, they're not in real estate mode, then they'll hear from me every 6 months, and of course with all the other marketing. Now, this nurturing program is really the key to the success of all of this, all right? First, there's getting the appraisals, and then there's the nurturing program after that, so that you're continually touching base and that trust builds stronger and stronger over time. Once I start getting some listings, I'm starting to get some momentum. I wanna get to about 20, somewhere between 20 and 30 deals a year, or holding about 10 to 15 pieces of stock at any one time, which is where my capacity would be. When I'm at capacity, I need some help. I want to get a sales associate at this point, all right? And I want to do that as quickly as I can, within 6 months, hopefully. But it might take me a year to get to that level, and then I'll put on a sales associate. Now, this sales associate is going to help take a whole lot of admin off my plate, such as, getting listings set up, organizing paperwork, running weekly buyers through, helping me with open homes, getting my ads ready, ordering my marketing. But they're also going to help me with a big portion of prospecting, such as just listed calls to the streets about, to the owners about what we've listed, what we've sold, and getting more of these relationships into the team so that we can build that database even more. Now, this first associate that I get, they're going to do about 70% admin work, 30% prospecting work. This will probably go for another 6 to 12 months before I'm now at capacity again with 2 people. And I would see that sitting between holding 15 to 20 pieces of stock at any one time. When I'm at that stage, I want to go get my 3rd person, which is going to be a full-time marketing admin person. This person will take all admin jobs off the associate and me, and that means me and the associate can triple down on how much prospecting we are. I'm going to build that database even bigger. At this point, I'm probably going to expand my territory from the 2,000 homes to maybe 4,000 or 5,000 homes. That way we can branch out more, we can expand our database, and we can extend the amount of marketing that we're doing, but do it well. I don't want to take an area that's too big that I'm not going to manage properly. And then I'd probably spend another year or 2 doing those 5,000 homes till I get a 4th member of the team. This would be another buyer's agent, but maybe more focused on, it'd be another associate, possibly more focused on the buyer aspect, so running buyers, doing open homes only, and really working hard with buyers that are looking on the market but have something to sell, so that it's another way to develop listing opportunities. That's sort of the process that I would go through to get from 0 to $2 million agent in the quickest time frame. And I believe that if I started in any area today, that I could get to 0 to 2 million in 18 to 24 months with the right strategy, with the right people and the right help, and the right setup with my team, very defined roles and responsibilities, and a lot of hard work. I hope you enjoyed that and got something out of it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.